He's recording last 10 minutes.
Well, nothing but compliments.
I was gonna say,
I thought it got quiet.
Share your
I know
thoughts.
my mom's all, what is that?
Natalie, you got 10 seconds. Share your thoughts.
Share my thoughts. Well, it's wonderful to see all of you and to
Time's
hear
up. Okay,
Irene's
Ruben, you're
voice. No, I just wanted to say hi. The boys had their boys' night out, and I was myself and the other mom. We were the chaperones. 7 boys. Can you
Whoa.
believe that? Play date. And
Harry?
we're taking temperatures, hands.
Harry,
Yeah.
Harry,
Yeah, so it was good. It was good.
Terry,
No, maybe 6.
give a
I
nice
think it was
quote.
6 boys. 6 boys. Hmm?
Terry, quote. Give a nice quote.
Quote.
Or something.
Give a nice quote. Quote.
Something famous.
Here, let's Google it.
I can't think right now.
Well,
Pass it on to Ruben. Ruben has a lot of
Ruben,
wisdom.
you're good. You're good.
Well, the quote would be from Cool Hand Luke.
Wow.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay. Are you done with the quote?
But I do have a compliment. I want to thank Natalie for getting me a t-shirt, beautiful t-shirt from my alma mater, Cal State Fullerton. It was nice. I should say California State University Fullerton.
Yes. Or like some of my friends would say is fulas. And I was like, what?
And I have to say that I wear it proudly because it says Fullerton on it. Because it's not only does it say CSUF, but it says Fullerton because up here you have CSUF Fresno. So you see how the same acronyms and stuff. And I want to make the distinction that, hey, I am from Fullerton and not from Fresno. See?
Yes.
In the OC. In the OC.
Hi, Savannah. How are you? Look at you. A grown up young lady. Look at you.
Wow.
No, can I borrow that here?
That's great, Uncle Ruben. I'm glad.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Cal State Fullerton back in 1967. They had one building, the library building. But I stayed at the dorms for 3 months or 2 months. You know, I had a special program from the high school.
Yeah.
So they sent us there, the poor kids. So we were there for 2 months, and there was only one building at Cal State Fullerton, you know.
Wow.
And now when I see it, and I've seen it not recently, I just can't. I was lost. Can't believe.
Well, at that time, and I'm not sure, I can't remember now, but at that time, Alex, they had a bridge that went from the main campus to across the way.
Exactly.
And it kind of looked like Disneyland.
It did. And you know what? They had their little coffee shops, and they had, and all the buildings were open. It was free for all. It was like just free for all. I mean, you go to any classroom, any time of the night, whatever you wanted, you know. And then in the dorms that I stayed, that's where the LA Rams used to stay for their practice. So we were there. So we were watching them practice and everything, and all the films and everything.
Yeah.
It was an experience for you. That's what made me from a F student to an A student. But then after I went to Rio Hondo, but I never finished. You know, life.
After Yvette and I get done with you, you're going to be signing up for Spring 21 classes. Let's get you an ed plan. Yeah. I got a line of things we got to do. It's never too late. Right, Yvette? Okay. Right, Yvette?
Yep.
An 80-year-old graduate.
Make history. We'll do on the front cover of the newspaper.
LA Times.
Yes.
You wouldn't be the oldest, I'll tell you, because we've had some 80-years graduate here.
Really, Ruben?
Yeah, very impressive. They didn't live the next day, but they graduated. I'm just kidding.
They died.
You know, I had a student who I'm sure between Yvette and I, and you know, our like counseling appointments, the stories and the people we've met. This one lady I met, when I met her, I think she was probably about 67, 68. And she had been at Citrus College for 8 years prior to when I met her. And she would take 1 or 2 classes every semester. So it took her like 12 years to finish her associate's degree. And she was a Mexican lady, and she says, you know, I learned English when I was 60. I was the oldest one in ESL. She goes, because, you know, internet was really blowing up, all that at that time. And I said, you know, because, you know, I want to hear their story and tell me about yourself, whatever. And she says, you know, all my grandkids make fun of me, all of them. And even my great-grandkids, great-grandkids. She's very young when she had her first child in Azusa, Irwindale area. And she says, yeah, you know, and I want them to know that grandma and great-grandma knows things. And I don't have to wait on my high school granddaughter to log me onto the email. I want to do email too. I'm, what did she say? She says, I know more than just novelas. She said, so they would, she said that they would laugh at her. They'd make fun of her, like, just cook, just make some menudo for Sunday or whatever. And then so she got through. She earned her associate's degree. And they partied down for 2 weeks with mariachi, taquero, the whole thing. And she was in the newspaper. They did an article on her. Yeah, this was like in 2005 or 2007. Isn't that something? And I said, wow.
Okay. Give me a quote so I can stop recording. Oh, then I'll read next.
So let's finish up with the quotes and then.
Give me a quote. Anything.
I'm talking too much.
Anything. Go.
Quick, look one up in the internet.
Good. She is.
Look one up now.
Okay, say it.
Best quotes of all time. Let's see.
Life has.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
I'm talking again. Oh
Go
my
ahead.
God.
Go ahead.
Life has no limitations except the ones you make.
Oh.
Google does a job, you know.
I got one. Or not.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Question.
That is the question.
That's it.
I really
Okay, well,
have-
I'll throw one out there. It's called "The Whole World Is a Stage."
Ah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There is one I heard. There's a program. Have you ever seen Iyanla Van Zandt?
Iyanla Van Zandt.
Fix my life. But anyway, she's a counselor. Anyway, she's talking about to all her clients about problems that they have and whatever. And she says, the good thing about life is that the Lord will give you an unlimited amount of do-overs. So if you need to do over something that a mistake you made or whatever, you have unlimited do-overs. And you know what? It's true.
If you're married 3 or 4 times, it's a do-over.
Yep.
Did you say 4 times? So there's no limit of the
until you get it
do-overs.
right.
No, but then it starts penalty flags.
Well,
Like in football, right? Penalty flag. Penalty flag. That's what we got on iTunes. I'm like, you know what? That's a penalty flag.
well, you know, I'll give you a good example of the do-overs. Give you a good example of the doers, and I was very, very impressed with this woman. But I had seen this woman in one of my college classes, and she kept doing the same class over and over because she kept getting an F. So finally, I think her like 4th time, she got a C, and she was so happy.
Of course.
So happy. But see, unless you walk in her shoes, you'll never know it, you know, because it was her breaking point. It was her break to give her the confidence and the motivation to continue. It might have took her a while to get that degree, but everything was based on that one particular class, you know. So talk about do-overs. There you go. That would have been a good example of not giving up, as
That's
my
right.
father would.
But there's a maximum
perseverance.
of how many times a student can enroll and attempt a class.
Yeah.
Is that right?
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. She kept doing it over. But you know, at Rio Hondo, I think the counselors were pretty more lax and stuff. I don't know.
I used to always be at Rio Hondo, And man, I always have to park way at the bottom. By the time I got up there, the class.
You're
Yep.
wiped out, tired.
I know, that's true.
Irene, can you hear me? Irene.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing quotes. So before I shut off the machine for recording, can you give me one of your famous quotes?
Well, the one that I really always remember is my mom's. She used to say, "Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres."
There you go.
That's a good one, Irene.
A very good one.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Irene.
My dad's quote, what was that?
That was my mom's.
No, but
and I always remember that because I used to say it to my kids too.
Well,
did my dad have a quote?
I think my father said that too.
He used to say, "Vete."
Oh my God. You have to tell the story. When I leave.
Well,
Sorry.
no, my father used to always say, "Vamos a California y le ponemos a la hilera."
Okay, I'm gonna shut the recording off, and then I'll kind of edit, and I just leave the quotes.
Okay.
Oh my